Hey, well, I don't want to sound cocky, but I think it's possible that I'm ahead of the majority of grape growers in North America, at least wine grapes. That's due to the climate I'm in. I am real lucky I have the Gulf over here, just blocks away, and I have a canal over here. And I got a constant breeze, and it's spring. Um, there's comfortable temperatures, but as you can see, the wind blowing, it's doing a lot to help with these leaves not getting moldy, I think, and I hope. I'm learning as I go here, and how can you not get cocky when 2 weeks ago you had bud break? And look at the, hopefully you can see them, I got clusters, potential clusters, popping up all over the place on this second year in the ground vine, and this is Camminare Noir. I do have to be careful not to get cocky because if I don't want to push these vines too hard. They are young, but at the same time I'm hoping to get, I don't know, between all my red grapes and all the white varieties, maybe a gallon of red wine and a gallon of white, blending the varieties I have of the red and the white. Maybe I can get a gallon of each, but I got to be careful. I can't push these too hard, and I'll show you a reason why I might not want to do that. This Camminare Noir vine had bud break, I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago. The vigor on these UC Davis new varieties, they're just ridiculous. I am new, but come on, this is the second season for this vine, and this is one corn on here. Look at all the potential clusters. I'm already pulling down. I had to make a catch wire because I didn't have one, and these shoots tend to go up, and so I had to have a catch wire so I could pull some down. Look at this. These aren't just little clusters like you see on the Champanel vine when it was a new grapevine. This is a new grapevine, and they're potentially going to be large clusters. Look at the shoots. I mean, this to me is impressive. Now here's why I'm starting to think I better not get too cocky. This is the end of this shoot, and it's starting to look a little bit weak. Everything else looks good, but this makes me wonder, am I pushing this thing already too far? So I am going to be doing things like this, probably just tipping some of these shoots, and so I can halt a little bit of growth. These bottom ones, I want to make sure they're on that wire, and then I'll probably do the same. But I think for second year in the ground, this might be enough. I don't want to have too big of a canopy too soon, but I am going to push it with these grapes because I want these grapes. People say don't do it, you gotta pull the grapes off for the first 4 years. Come on, man. I want grapes. That's why I got them. And I'm hoping that my climate and long growing season will be okay, make it okay that I push these a little bit, because they barely had a dormancy period. They've been growing roots all this time with a slight pause in our winter. Anyway, that's the Camminare Noir. This is the Ambulo Blanc. Similar, it came out a little later, so it's behind. It's probably going to be as vigorous. This side certainly looks like it might be. Lots of potential clusters. This side is a little slower, but come on, this is, we just had bud break. things are going nuts. And just to show you some of the other varieties, not doing too bad. This is the Black Spanish. Nothing like those UC Davis releases, but this might be my tried and true one. I don't know if I'm gonna be successful, so some of the old varieties just as a backup. This is the Blanc du Bois, which is no slouch. A lot of potential clusters on it. And even my lomanto's doing okay. This guy I thought was a goner, but I got some potential clusters on that. Look who's alive. I'm doing okay. Another Blanc du Bois. It's a little bit younger than the other one. 2-year planting, so a few clusters. Here's a Camminare Noir made from air layering last year's shoot, and I mean, come on, it's already got potential clusters on it. I will probably pull those off because this is a baby, but man, it wants to make grapes. And that's not the half of it, because I have cuttings. I'll show you those. These are, well, they're either Ambulo Blanc or Camminare Noir cuttings. I lost track. Guess I'll find out someday. But if you look carefully, darn it, if there are not potential clusters on a cutting, that's a new one for me. Talk about vigorous. These don't have the clusters. You know, there might be signs of it, but this one, look at that. There's a little potential cluster there. This is my update of the vineyard, starting to look like a vineyard already. It's only March. Pretty impressive vine. And the muscadine barely poking out. Finally. Getting one bud. Anyway, that's it. I do have one piece of footage I'll show at the end going out. It's the Catawba, and it's already flowering, and most of it is past flowering, so the flowering's already started on some of the vineyard here, so I'll get some updates later on.